Good morning, coming to you at 07 hours, 26 minutes, Tuesday, April 16, 2019. We aren't the chosen ones, we're the frozen ones. I just use that as an analogy to talk about Generation X and Generation Z after the baby boom. Remember, Generation X was the babies that was born crack babies. So, people, I graduated high school and they are lost their mind. Even my friend, he's a crack baby, and he was also abused because of drugs. Because we have to remember, crack led the era in the 80s. In the 70s, in the 60s, we came rights to votes. So don't forget everything, all right? Generation X. X marked the spot. Nobody's talking about that no more. See, you're only going to find me talking about things that's truthful that we forget about. Because I still have to do the power one thing we forget. We don't even talk about dignity. When was the last time you have heard a woman tell another woman to respect herself? Or they call it body shaming or things of that nature. You see how that goes? When the man said you don't worry about another man's life, and another man's life influence your life. Because if I create a business in the area and it's a high crime rate or it's a not so great area, how much business you think you're gonna get? Like how they say that's geeked. So that's funny how that came to me. I don't even know what geeked up mean, but that's what me. If I would say what geeked up mean, I would create something and you make it goofy. So your goofy child, or the persons that you're around that saying that we're not going to have respect and no self worth, so they have nothing to lose and you have everything to gain. So why they called it Generation X? X marked the spot. If I put an X in place, that's letting you know where the target is at. So you gotta remember, all these generations were given certain names. Even back in the day, you had the feudal era, the Mesopotamian, the medieval era. Come on, then you had the era of the Roman Empire. You have wars, World War I, X marked. Every era is gonna have an X on it, and X marked the spot. But X was going to lead. So everything that's been done on the earth, Generation X was the first generation to be practiced on, to master everything. So you know how before you can level up, just say Goku and Dragon Ball. He went through all those stages until he's at a stage. He got the stage was so powerful, he went past God level, and now he's at ultra instinct level. That level was so great that you're supposed to have a great mind to master that level, but I guess they was going to bypass that because all the struggle and the fight, and they made them rule. He's a Super Saiyan, so Saiyans they can fight and battle, and every time they live through a battle, they get stronger and stronger and stronger. So it don't matter what type of battle, it's a battle. So think about us. Every time we get through a battle, we get stronger and stronger and stronger. But what they got to do is keep us occupied. So in Generation X, they said, hold on. We're no going to longer. We're going to still enslave black people and keep them. We are hashtag. We are still slaves. Hashtag still curtain. We're going to keep them still blinded. Look up what steel curtain is. Think about the Pittsburgh Steelers, the terrible towels, and how they keep you blinded. You can walk through the curtain and think you've seen everything. No, it's a steel curtain. You know what it takes to make steel, and you know the curtain. That's why they say you're gonna cover the veil. Why do you think when you get married you remove the veil? Well, the woman removes her veil out of her face. But people, that's symbolic, but they don't understand the spiritual meaning behind a lot of things. So in the spirituality of removing the veil, now you are able to see. You see and look. I even had a discussion before about seeing and look with a lady I was dating of how they're different. I can see you no matter where I go, but I don't have to look you. So if you pass my sight, I don't have to look. I seen you seen my hand past the screen. But your eyes was already fixated on that direction. But now if I turn my head, I am looking. So Generation X was the mastery of everything that they needed to happen. And now Generation Z is the artistry. Now they're painting the canvas. See, this all in works. Because everybody keep asking, why don't you believe in everything? Because y'all believing in everything. I don't need to believe in it if everybody else. And if Generation Z mean if you looked at X, Y, X, Y, and Z, and then even V, that was aliens, that was propaganda, there was zombies. And so Generation Z, like the movie of World War Z, is even the game out. Destruction of Earth, Attack on Earth, the video games, the attack on Earth, the bombings, the shootings, the terrorism, the government. We was never supposed to have government, and we know that. We was never supposed to have judges. We the people. Our even forefather, the four horsemen who marched in, not the three horsemen, when the morning star, the bright star fell, that was the demonic lucification. That was lucification on earth. The earth never needed. We already had everything we need. We didn't need a book. I remember someone just asked me, what you think that's in the book? Well, the book, we didn't write the book. The spirituality of who we are did not write the book. Because our spirituality write the book. And then I say this to people, and even my friend talking about why I don't believe astrology is right. Well, astrology not even right. Because if we want to say we went to the moon in this little bitty capsule and came back with two guys in the capsule the size of a bathroom, a nice size a good sized bathroom, went there, flew back, put a flag, came back. But after that, we have never went to the moon again. So Generation Z is the mind. I don't like saying the word, but I want to use it. The mind fuckery generation. Those generations, why you call it Generation Z? They're zombies. When you look at them, what they're doing. Ask any African descendant, quote unquote, black young man about their history. Ask them. Ask any of them about their history. You won't see nothing form, shape, balanced out about any of their history. You know why? Because they don't know it. You know why? Because in the 80s, they made the families. Now, everything you hear now, they made it true. Money was never supposed to be the feature in us. We was never, out of all the races, the Africanism or the noise of African, of dark descendant people, African, whatever you want to call us, we were never supposed to align money and wealth and heritage together because we was already given a land of plentiful. And everywhere we went, we knew how to make it better. Why you think we're the only race? And I keep saying this. We're the only race that can do everything. Go look at other races. We're the only race that we have everybody. We can do art. We can do technology. We can do literature. We can do sports. But not because we was breeded fools, because we were good at that. Of course, when you mate and program, I'm gonna call it mate. That's animals. They've been using animal alchemy, science, alchemy. And I even told my one friend, science is just alchemy. I'm not gonna change all these names. I'm gonna learn the one name that's closest to our know, just as when I asked the Creator, what are you called? I am the Almighty. I am the Almighty. I am the universal. And since the name of people, what we call each other, mother and father, I am the father. But I'm not no more over the mother. Mother, you living in the mother. We in the womb. So the four horsemen came in and marked. And they was like, okay, what you think they went out and did? They said, the Luciferian creature is here. Why would we be able to procreate with a woman, but why would our Creator put his seed? He put his seed, not the seed of man, into a woman, and we call that immaculate conception, but say he's the greatest man of all time. But isn't now, ha ha. What I say on to one, I'm going to get this to 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes, and I'm going to come back and have a part 2 to Generation X and Generation Z. And think about this. Isn't he the one that allows us to procreate? What do he call every other procreation when a man and woman do not procreate? We are called it affair. We're calling it cheating. We're calling it multiple things. But we say we allow the entity that made us to put his into a woman, but she was already married to a man. Y'all not paying attention. So keep being Generation Z. We Generation X is not our fault because our parents got busy. Just as I tell the older guy, what have they done since the next generation came in? And that's what I want to talk about. What I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Selah.